So you're here, obviously watching the game. Just
100%. Yeah.
What's the initial reaction, I guess, to what happened?
Yeah. So I mean, it's big plays, right? I mean, the beginning sucked, right, with the fumble, things like that. But you have to come back with some momentum plays. You got to get downfield. These 3 to 4 yards, like I said with Josh Jacobs, you got to get momentum plays. Get Jaden Reed in the business. Get him downfield. Let's get some big plays.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
What was like the biggest thing you think that killed them that first half?
Oh man, I mean, defense is playing great, but I think just we got to get downfield. We have to get downfield. Maybe some bad decisions by Love a little bit, miss opportunities here, but we have to call plays down the field.
No matter what happens today, obviously we all want to win. But,
of course,
you know, no matter what, win or lose, what are you going to take away from this season with the team heading into next year, I guess?
Well, just kind of seeing everything. I think maybe mix a lot of it up, right? Josh Jacobs is amazing. He's a great running back. But you have to mix it up with your playmakers, especially when you get Christian Watson back. I know he's been an injury, this and that, but like you have to mix it up. You need downfield plays, things like that. And then mix it with Josh Jacobs, who's great. But you have to get big plays downfield, right?
Yep. What would the biggest positive be, like, as a takeaway from the year? Say they don't get the job done today.
Defense, easy defense. Secondary's great. Xavier McKinney's super good, great player. You got some really good young linebackers. I think defense is amazing. So just build off that. But you need to get those downfield plays. You need momentum plays.
Yeah. I guess so far with this first half, some of your takeaways so far? Where's your head at after that first half?
I mean, the first half was a kind of downfall. I mean, like every time, like what head coach Mammal first said was, we didn't have a fast start. We didn't have that in the first half, you know, and hopefully in the second half, we can learn from the first half. You know, you watched the Vikings game, the Detroit game, we came back. So hopefully we can have that same exact momentum in the second half here. But this time we can actually win. So.
Yeah, for sure. I'll ask you some of the same things. No matter what happens tonight, win or lose, what'll be your biggest takeaway from this season as a fan?
I mean, the greatest takeaway from this season is, I mean, we did a good job, you know. The youngest team in the NFL, or first or second youngest team in the NFL. I mean, Jordan Love's second year. We did a great job, you know, and we'll learn from these mistakes. You know, we'll get better as time comes for Jordan Love, you know. We're a young team. You know, we'll get better, just like with every sport, you know. Not just football, with basketball, hockey. So we'll learn from these mistakes. We'll get better. We'll learn from it. And all that, you know, that's all I gotta say.
If you could pick one reason why they lost this game, only one. Now there's plenty, but only one. What do you think the biggest reason would be?
I think it was a slow start. You get the ball to start the game, and once again you fail it. Like fumble the kickoff. 1 minute and a half into the game, it's 7-0. Next thing you know, you're going downhill from up there. Like, you know what I mean?
I guess maybe where are you at right now as a fan? Now that the game's concluded.
It feels a lot better that we didn't lose like on a field goal or something. But at the end of the day, it's like on to 2025. Once again, I have a lot of confidence going into 2025 for sure, but a lot more than a lot of these folks have going on. You know, right?
Maybe where are you left in terms of your confidence heading into, say, next year? You know, once again, extremely young playoff team. I think they were still the second youngest playoff team in history, only behind last year's team. So where are you feeling on all of that moving forward?
I feel like I think that's more of a outside media excuse kind of thing, but we're all right. As long as everyone's not brutally injured, like there's like 4 guys that went down today with big injuries, but we'll be all right. Matt LaFleur's all right too.
Yeah.
A lot of people are hating on him, but we're all right.
What was the biggest bright spot with the game today?
Today? I mean, at the end of the day, you can kind of say it at the end of the season. Josh Jacobs, he's always going to give you his best effort. I mean, but the last like 5 weeks of the season, the offense kind of rocked the bag a little bit. I mean, Josh Jacobs is always a promising, and hopefully he comes in the next year. But like, I think there's momentum going into next year. Again, I was hoping that 2024 we're gonna have that, but J-Lo got injured early, so it's kind of like couple iffy games, but man, at the end of the day, we can't beat an elite team. It's at the end of the day.
All right, well,
And that's
we
a
get
real
to,
thing.
Now we get to look to the off season. Obviously, the draft being here. Green Bay is on the clock. I don't want you to necessarily say a specific player, but maybe like what do you think they should pick? Is there a position you think they should?
Yeah, I'm hoping like my number one want right now is pass rusher, for sure. But after that, it's like 1A, 1B, pass rusher, cornerback. But we'll see what happens.
So no matter what, you
Maybe
want
we'll
them
have
picking
two.
defense.
I think so.
For sure.
We're all right on the offensive side. A lot of drops this year, but we're all right.
Well,
We're all
Isaac,
right.
is there anything else you wanted to add following, tonight again, disappointing loss, but just overall looking forward to what the future's going to bring? Is that?
I
fair?
mean, it would not shock me to see us as the 1 seed next year, coming back in the Lambeau playoff game, first time in 3 years. I miss it in there, but it wouldn't shock me to win the North next year at all. We're right there.
Obviously, we're here watching the game today. Maybe what's running through your mind now after it's concluded?
I mean, it's a disappointing end of the season. The tune-up last week against the Bears kind of led into this a little bit, I think. Just rusty. A lot of young guys on the roster, so you'd like to see them play better. The turnovers didn't help today, but I think the future's bright, and they can build on this for next year.
I know I asked you before off camera, but if you could pick one reason why they lost this game, there's a multitude of them, but there is one reason, one big play why they lost this game. What would that be and why?
First play of the game, opening kickoff. I mean, on offense, looking to come out, set the tone, get out there, try to get some momentum going, and then when the very first play, you fumble the kickoff, your offense doesn't get on the field. I mean, it's tough to recover. Gave up a touchdown right away. You're down 7-0 before the offense actually has a single snap, so that's tough to overcome.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, season's over, not what we wanted, but 2 years in with Jordan Love at starting quarterback, 2 postseason trips. Where does that leave you as a fan? Like, pretty confident moving forward?
I believe. I mean, I'm a huge supporter of them. I believed in them from the start when we got it going. Not everybody's on the bandwagon right away, but the offense can get healthy. They'll have another year together. Defense really stepped up today. I thought they looked pretty good. So, kind of get some of those young guys going, have a good draft, obviously here, but, go ahead and just get some more guys in and get ready to roll next year. I think the future's bright.
What was the biggest bright spot with this game?
This game's a defense. I mean, they were put in some tough spots. They did pretty well. Obviously, Saquon's a beast, almost set the rushing record, but they held their own. They just didn't play complimentary football. Offense didn't do their job.
Anything else you want to add on to this, of this maybe like moving forward, or?
I think the fan base has to kind of take a deep breath. I know some disappointing postseason losses, but we're getting there. Again, future's bright, and go Pack, go.